There we
Got it.
I love it how it says got it.
go.
Yes, I got it. Okay, well, we were going to make today's call down and dirty. Rick and I were talking about it. He should be walking through the door any minute. He went out on a little honeydew item to the bakery to get a fresh loaf of bread for breakfast that we'll be having after today. Although that was 20 minutes ago and it's only a block away. So, you know, say we're going to start without him.
He met someone.
Oh, chances are he met multiple people.
Yeah. Deep in conversation.
Yes, the question is, will he get out alive? I'm sure he will. We just don't know at what point. So
Right.
we're going to jump right in. What we talked about today, going through today on the call, was making sure everyone's set up for build. And then, of course, anything that you'd like to chat about. So as a quick check-in, we have a registration link that's gone out a couple of times for the Monday morning session for the resilience training that we're doing. And that requires coming in on Sunday night to be there for Monday morning. I don't remember, because I don't have a photographic memory, who's on the list, not on the list. However, I want to confirm that's something that you have both received and that you'll be joining us.
Oh, Tom blanks out his Ralph, I don't think is going. I think Ralph and I did talk about this now because the baby is coming.
Oh, congratulations, Ralph.
Ralph, is that accurate? I think you're not going to build because you have baby watch.
Yeah, we're on baby watch, so.
Yep. Tom, going to build? Not going to build? Oh, you're muted conveniently.
How fast his mouth is moving is interesting though on me.
How fast it's moving?
Yeah, it looked like it was moving quick.
Yeah, I was pulling a funny. I was saying, yeah, I'm on baby watch too. Very baby watch. No, I'm kidding. I have no baby watch. I have I will be a build.
You will be?
Yeah, I'm struggling with a lot of, just because of the timing of everything with my move and a lot of additional expenses and stuff that I wasn't expecting. And, if anyone knows anyone that wants to share a hotel room, that would be great, because that would help alleviate some expenses for me. But other than that, my plan is to be at build.
And I'm letting Rick in. Hang on. Okay,
Cool. And then Tom, you have the link to register for the Monday morning segment.
I do. Yes. Thank you for sending it to me.
You are welcome. Oh, look, there he is.
still out getting bread.
He's out and about with a green hat. He is.
You're muted, Mr. Jiha, just in case you were trying to talk.
Yeah, the line got a little longer between the time I went and got my wallet and got back, so.
No, I couldn't believe there wasn't line. So we were just confirming some details for build. And then I know you wanted, so here's what I would invite you to do, Tom, is get a really clear intention that as a result of your sojourn there and your time there, that it's going to build business for you.
Thank you so much. Happy 4th to you and your family.
Oh, yes, you too, Rick G, how we're meeting you.
I'm muting him.
No, I got it. I just.
Okay, perfect. So get really clear about what you want to create, from that. The last event, we had somebody that met someone on a plane that's in a real estate transaction as a result of who they sat next to on the plane. So, it's not just about going to the event, it's about getting clear on the context of why you're going, what you want to happen while you're there for you, and then as a result of being there, the things on the other side as well. So I think that's, it's always a really great opportunity. And if we don't, if we neglect to do that, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to the event, we go to the event, we get what we get from the event. However, there's a greater opportunity to always create at a higher level when we get really clear and start to ask and expect the things that we're looking for in addition to, just a great event. So I know that we have been all hands on deck, Rick specifically leading the charge in this context of building, with how many conversations he's in, and really, getting a feel for during this time, how many people are at different places and open to conversation. So I wanted him to speak a little bit on that, a little
Easy for you.
Talk about that. And I know specifically we're now in July, so it's the second half of the year. And And he specifically wanted to speak on that as well, regarding this conversation around getting ourselves set up in the second half of the year, and how to best do that. So, Rick,
Yeah.
can you walk and talk?
Yeah, I can. And I'm actually pretty excited about it because there's one thing that, with all that's been going on and the number of people I've been talking to, and Casey is not kidding in that I'm talking to more people than I can possibly keep up with without having help, because I'm talking to just so many people, and I'm just starting conversations with lots and lots and lots of people about how are they, how's business, what's working and what's not working. And I found myself a few weeks ago forgetting about my mission and then getting frustrated because somebody who kept saying, wow, sounds great, I'm going to join, wasn't joining. And then I realized that meant if I was getting too attached to whether or not they joined, and I wasn't sticking to my mission of just adding value. And she started calling me for questions and not calling her broker anymore. And just a few days ago, I answered another question for her. And she said, I think I'll be ready after the holiday. And
The dating advice one?
what's that?
Not the dating advice one?
No, this that's another one.
I'm kidding. Oh, but that's actually a real thing. Okay, sorry. Going back
Yes,
on
it
me.
is. Yeah, it is a real
She
thing.
stopped calling her broker and started calling you. I'm like, is she getting better dating advice?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I know.
That was the
Wow.
one in Cindy Shelton in Utah, babe, needed dating advice. So anyway, so the reason I say that is if we just stick to supply value, stay in touch, follow up, supply value, stay in touch, follow up. It's works so well. And Brent says that all the time. He says, just give them value, love them, love them, love them. And that's what I'm doing. And it's working really well. I just stay in touch with people, and then I'll run it by Selena and Casey, like on a call like this, and they'll say, oh, did you think of this? Or did you think of that? And I hadn't, so it helps. Like the number of people that Casey and Selena would say, did you invite them to build? I'm like, shit, how did I not invite them to build? And I think the best story is that this lady I've been working on literally for 5.5 years, almost the whole time I've been here. And she ran a company. She came out here for NAR in 2019, brought the managers of all the other branches of the company she ran. I sat with them, took them to dinner, all kinds of stuff. And then they just boom, they disappeared. They ended up leaving, going to other companies, not running their company anymore. I just stayed in touch with her, the one girl. And when I talked to her about a few months ago, she was like, I don't even know if I'm going to stay in real estate, Rick. I'm married now. My husband's a commercial realtor. And then I said, well, hey, Mona, I've known you a long, long time. If you were frustrated and didn't want to stay in real estate, why haven't we had a long talk about that? I said, I coach people at all levels about all kinds of things, including getting out of real estate. Let's sit down and have a talk about that. She goes, okay, that definitely sounds good. We should do that. But she kept delaying. And then I just sent her a long text with the video from Cortland that Casey and I have invited to speak at work at Build. And she said, this is how she responded. You can't even guess that this would be the kind of response. She goes, oh my God, my husband and I need to be there. Out of nowhere. And now her husband and her are both coming to Build. And I've never even met him. So, and I've known her for probably 12 or 15 years. So anyway, yeah, it's just and this is the second half. And even though they lowered the threshold from 40 to 30, I got to be at 50 or 60 to feel comfortable anymore after this. So I'm going to go out and just, recruit like a mofo, but I'm just going to bring value, invite to things. And so many people that couldn't go to Build are going, okay, would you remember me for the next thing? So now after Build's over, I'm going to start inviting to EXPCon. So anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
I think there's one powerful thing about that when everybody always asks, well, what are you doing to add value? And it's not a drip campaign. So, sometimes we want tools like drip campaigns to do work for us, and the value, all of the value examples that you're giving have been personal and individualized and one-on-one and relationship building. So When I think about adding value, I think about deepening relationship. And that doesn't happen on a drip or an automated kind of, system like that. It's very personal, so.
Yeah, and just being on the call, every time I'm doing something, I'm saying, who haven't I talked to, who haven't I talked to? I gave, I gave Selena a stack of my sticky notes the other day, and she said my hand was shaking while I handed them to her, because I didn't want her to take my sticky notes away, but she said, I'll put them in Trello and give them back to you.
God bless Selena.
Yeah.
He was afraid I was gonna lose them. So he was like handing them to me with his hand shaking. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take very good care of them. I'm gonna take them over to my computer and I'm gonna put them into Trello. And then and they were like a jumbled giant mess. And then I brought them back to him all like nice and tidy, and I gave them right back. And it was all okay. And it was all okay. But that's what we do for each other. That's what we do for each other.
Everyone.
Cool. Well, I know those are the things that we wanted to touch on today. What, Tom and Ralph, would be important for you to connect about today?
For me, I actually wasn't going to jump on this call because I had 1,000 excuses. And then I'm like, no, you're jumping on the call, even though you're in the car. And just kind of what Rick said and what you guys said, I'm just like, why can't I build? Like, what the F is wrong with me? And then all it is like, no, you have to stay in a relationship. There is no easy button in it, right? Just invite, do the work, and get into a relationship. And I'm like, okay, dummy, like, that's what you need to do. So that's it. And I'm like, and then it's like, then you look at it like that and like, it's so simple. Just stay in a relationship and don't be so attached to the outcome, because they read that just like they read anything else. And I'm playing catch up a little bit, just like in production. So, getting into relationship with the agents is something that still is like a new task for me and a new kind of trait that I'm working on. So that was it for me.
Yeah, Ralph, I took a page out of your book the other day. I was coming back from a listing appointment, and it took me by some houses that I had listed and sold, and I knew that they were going to because the lots were really big, that they were going to develop it. And it took quite a while. It's been several years, and it took them to develop it. But the agent that sold it was from Century 21 across the bay, and we had done other deals together coincidentally. And he was holding it open himself, so I stopped and went in. I was actually in a hurry, and I still stopped and went in. That was this past Saturday when I was coming here to see Casey here at Pacific Grove. And we had a really great talk, and all I said is, hey man, this is great. Look at you guys who did this houses and stuff like that. And I go, now, are you still with Century 21 Alliance? That's the guy that's buying up all those Century 21 franchises all over the state of California. He goes, yeah, we're now the biggest Century 21 in the state. I said, you're also one of the top 10 Century 21 franchises in the world. He says, oh, I don't think I knew that. I think you might. I said, I think you might even be in the top 5 now, because I keep track of stuff like that. And I said, so for a guy like you, man, the fees must kill you. And he said, yeah, they're not great. I'm starting to look. He knows I'm not happy because I'm talking to him about maybe capping the broker, and the guy's got like 30 Century 21 offices. Like, he's going to be that worried about one guy. But this guy is a pretty huge producer. So we had that talk, and he didn't realize that was 80-20 only to 16 grand and no franchise fee. And then he said something. I go, where did you hear that? Just out of curiosity. And he goes, oh, that's what people tell me. I go, that's absolutely not true about EXP. I said, it's not true at all. So, I talked to him about how many deals he does. I said, well, okay, you'd be typically an Icon agent. Let me show you how that would work. And we just had a conversation. And then at the end, I just wrapped it up by saying, are you good if I follow up with you after the holiday? He said, yeah, that'd be good. And then, he's a serious guy. They do a lot of flips and development and stuff like that. But I was really happy because I didn't feel like stopping. I didn't really feel like stopping. I wanted to get to Casey quicker. So anyway, it's great. So I think Ralph, that was from your idea, because Ralph guys does a lot of dropping into open houses. So anyway.
Nice. Rick, I can relate to what Ralph said, because I get in my head about, the outcome. And even your example, Rick, of just stopping into open houses and saying hi and just starting conversations. I feel like if I start a conversation right away, then they're going to think I have an agenda in mind, and I actually do have an agenda, and that's to help people, see a better way to do what they do.
Yeah.
It's not bad. And I so often, do the mind gymnastics of thinking, I get my focus on me instead of on them. Oh, they're not going to hear what I have to say. Oh, what do I have to tell them? Like, really? I've got the best brokerage in the world, the best solution. If you're going to be in real estate, there's no better brokerage to be in. And I'm worried about what they think about, whatever, what I say, or, it's the most irritating, selfish, wrong perspective to be focused on yourself when there's people literally praying that someone like you comes along into their life with a solution.
Yeah.
And you're worried about yourself. So that's just my note to self about the internal conversations that I have in my head about. So anyway, I just need to, like Ralph said, I just need to just get in relationship, start conversations, and see where it leads, and not be worried about the outcome. Even simple as birthdays. I took a page from Rick's book, and I've been private messaging people on their birthday on Facebook, and actually getting responses from real estate agents. Thank you, I appreciate it. And I'm like, oh shit, now what do I say?
Yeah. Tom, after they say thank you, I say, you're so welcome. Then I say, how are you? And then I say, how's health, family, life, and business? Let me know how that is, and I leave it at that. If they respond, then I've got opening. If they say, oh, life is good, I get a lot of, oh, life's great, my business is slow. I go, if you ever want to catch up about that, we can brainstorm about ideas to lift your business. And that's how it starts. And that happens a lot.
And do they respond to that?
Yep. I've got probably 5 or 6 I'm working on right now just from birthday wishes. So, and we're talking about people that, Tom, other than birthday wishes, I mean, I can see back that I've wished them happy birthday from like 2014 and see how many times they've answered, So yeah, it's just get consistent about birthday wishes on your Facebook. And then also the people that aren't on Facebook, if you just remember, hey, when's your birthday? Put it in your phone. I have ones in my phone that go back to the early 90s. So, but before that, in the 70s and 80s, I used to do birthdays just on a paper calendar, and I would transfer them every year to the next calendar. So anyway.
There's one guy that is really good about that, like you are, Rick, except he sends video messages, which I really like. Hey, Rick, it's Tom. Just wanted to say happy birthday. I know it's your big day. You got big plans. Just was thinking about you. Just want to take a second to wish you a great day. Yeah, and then he'll add, if I can serve you or your clients in any way, I'm in San Francisco or whatever. He'll add that at the end, but doesn't even need to do that. But it's a really great touch, and I want to start doing that. So that's my intention.
That's a great idea. I think I'll switch to video because of that, Tom. So.
Sweet. Rick and Tom's video campaign.
That's right.
There you go. Hello, Vanessa.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Tom.
No, I was just going to say my intention. I need to get clear on my intention for Build. I've heard you guys say so much about, your intention about, well, my intention would be to bring someone, which I'm struggling to do because I need to get there myself first. The most important person I can bring to Build is Tom. But I want to bring people after that. But then even the intention of meeting people, connecting, and getting, hopefully getting business. My goal is to meet at least 25, if not 50 agents throughout the 4 days that I can network with and in other areas and have connections that I didn't have before, and hopefully get at least one piece of business out of it.
Cool. Have you already purchased your tickets for Build?
I have not.
So there is, what is the details on it, Selena? It's on my phone, not my computer.
I've got it. So there's a special ticket price at the moment.
Vanessa, are you hearing this as well for any last minute Lucy's you may have?
Yep.
I am.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a very
Sorry, I'm driving.
That's okay.
very special ticket price right this second, guys. I'm gonna post it in the chat. Well, for those of you that are driving, this might be difficult. But
Will you text it to Tom and Vanessa?
yep, I'll text it to both of you. Guys, so just for right, I don't know how long this is gonna last. So if you're gonna do it now, okay? $297 for the gold ticket. $297 for the gold ticket. Now, the room rate was still at the discounted rate until yesterday. I don't know if he got that extended beyond yesterday, so I can't guarantee that if you haven't booked your room. So I would try it today to see if it's still available. I know he got it extended to yesterday. I don't know about today, but you can give it a try. But I'll text you both the discount code right now. Hang on, coming to you both via text message. Again, I don't know how long it's lasting, so don't dilly-dally.
Thank you. What was the room rate discounted to? Do you know?
It was the 284 a night. It's a lot more than that normally. Okay, so it's 284 and that's for the standard room. Okay, yep. So when you see it, I just sent you the screenshot and he's got it circled underneath that for the gold ticket. When you get to checkout, there's a little spot that says where you can put the code. It says like staff code. That's where you're going to put Celebrate Texas at checkout. I just did it because I just bought a ticket for one of our guests. So when you get down to the very end, at the very, very, very last part for checkout, that's where you put the code in. Okay.
So, Texas.
And guys, that's for guests too. Okay, guests too. So if you want to bring a guest, same thing, non-EXP, whatever that is. That's the best price you can get right now on a ticket, but that's for gold tickets, $297. Regular price is $697.
Yeah, that's pretty massive.
Okay, don't know how long it's lasting, so do it now. No dilly-dallying. No dilly-dallying. Hop on it.
Cool,
That's
cool.
great.
I think that's everything that we had for today. So before we say goodbye, is there any last minute thoughts, comments, questions, adulation, pushback, celebration, wahoos, yeehaws, jihaws, anything?
Thank you guys for taking the time to do this on a holiday. That shows real leadership and I'm grateful.
You are welcome. We are looking forward to getting some time together with you in Texas.
For sure. Much love to you guys.
All right. Love you all. Make it a great rest of your day. Enjoy the holiday.
Bye, guys.
You.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Thank you.
See you soon.